Well, yesterday you saw me doing a candle, painting a snowman on it. Today I'm going to show you even another super easy idea, and that's going to be stenciling. So this is something I have not done, and so I just need to pick a stencil that I want to put on there, and the colors. And again, if there's a tag on the front of the candle, oh, my name's Lulu, Crafting Anonymous. Hi, how you doing? So if there's a sticker on there, just remove it. Use your heat tool real quick. Don't over melt it, because there is a candle inside and it will melt. So get it cleaned up and then clean the outside with rubbing alcohol. Get all the stickers off, and then we're going to apply a some, what am I talking about? We're going to apply some chalk paint. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out what I want to use. Let's do this Christmas tree. No, that's a little deep. That's too detailed. Let's do this Noel. Then we can decorate it, spruce it up with a ribbon if we want. And you can get these stencils anywhere. You can get them from, there's a lot of companies out there that have different products. I will get mine. Let's use, what color should we use? Let's do 2 colors. See, I'm not always very prepared. So I pivot a lot. You'll hear me use that word a lot on here. So usually so you can use different kinds of transfers to do chalking. You can do, you want to get it on straight. A lot of times you'll defuzz it, but because I'm going on glass, I do not want to defuzz it. And so I'm going to, there's a seam here, so I'm going to line up the end of the transfer with the seam, and that way hopefully no, it isn't. I was going to say hopefully the jar is straight, but it's not, so I am going to have to eyeball this. You want to make sure that there are no bubbles in this as you put it down, so find a spot that you want to start laying it down. And again, this is glass, so this should be interesting. I've done it on glass once before. I'm not an expert stenciler or transfer person, so just want to make sure that you're laying it down, not getting any, making sure all the bubbles are out of it, and getting it laid down straight. And there we go. So I think that's fairly straight. Hopefully it's going to be a forgiving pattern that I can do this with. So I think that we'll do cherry red and meadow green. And I'm going to do it red, green, red, green, red, green, green, red, red, green, green. So red, green, green, red. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. It'd be nice if I had something to set this in so that it doesn't roll on me. Maybe I can get a couple sticks here and put it on each side. Let's see if that works. I'm just gonna get a couple, what do they call those things? Oh, I forget the names of the, shims, a couple shims, and we're gonna do this. So red, green, red, green. So I need 2 little applicators, and then I need some chalk paste, and it doesn't take very much, very little. So I'm going to just get a little bit on the squeegee. You want to make sure you have your hands clean. And for this, I'm going to hold it and start applying. And it does not take much. Just remember that. And you want to lift it up as soon as you're done doing it, because otherwise it sticks and it's going to pull off from your glass. So just make sure you're not getting it on your other glass, on your other letters. I'm going to pull that up like that and just squeegee it on. It's very simple. Like I said, I'm not an expert at it. So red. While I have the red out, I'm going to do red. So I've got that letter done. Looks pretty even. If you leave little lines or streaks, they're going to streak. So I'm just going to pull this corner up. So that it doesn't stick. See that? And then I'll be able to remove any residual on the outside. So then that's good. So I'm going to lay down the, and I guess I better do two colors at one, different colors. So I'm going to do one side at a time. So I'm going to put the lid back on the red so that it doesn't dry out. And now I'm going to take some green, and I have a different squeegee for the green. And you're just going to dip it in there and make sure that it's laying down good. See, the other one's laying down okay. It's not going to hurt it. So I'm just laying that down. Now it's right on the edge of the glass, so I got to make sure that I don't go off the edge. But if I do, I could probably clean it up really easy with alcohol before it all dries. So you're just going to squeegee that second letter on there in the other color. And I got a little bit too much on there, so I'm being really careful on the edge. Let's see here. Again, my name's Lulu, Crafting with a Purpose. Excuse me, Crafting Anonymous. Crafting with a Purpose is my Facebook name. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it on here on YouTube, so if you hear me say it accidentally, but you can always go visit my page on Facebook because I do longer content there. And you can comment and see my lives. So I do different content on both pages. So welcome to come over and view me there. I'd appreciate that if you want to. That's Crafting with a Purpose. And my name is Lulu. So here I am Crafting Anonymous. Okay, so I'm just pulling up all those, getting off all that excess. And once I have that excess off, I can, and I have a little blip there, I'm going to peel that letter off. There we go. Look how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? I'm liking this one. I'm going to decorate this with some ribbon. Again, I got a little extra there. And it's not going to hurt it just to blop it over there, but I've got the other side here. So I'm going to do green on the top. I'm going to put a little bit more on here. And if you could, if you're liking what you're seeing, and if you want to see me try something different, I like trying different things. So just go ahead and give a comment to me about something you'd like to see, or maybe I've done it and I can direct you to where you could see that I've done it. I try to dabble in a lot of different things. Lately I've been doing a lot of decoupaging because that's been good for doing different Christmas gifts. It's very simple. I try to keep it simple, and so I try to give a little bit of everything. This one isn't for the kiddies, unfortunately. I don't think it would work very well. It's a little more detail. So there we go. So we've got that one, and again, all those bubbles were out, so I'm going to lift this from this side, and we're going to lift that up. Because if you leave it too long, it's going to stick to the transfer. And if it sticks to the transfer, then you're going to pull it up. So we just do that little bit there and then just lay it back down. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm not pushing it back down, just laying it nicely. I want to make sure that the last letter that I have to do in red is there's no bubbles in it and it's back down. And so now I can take the, hold on a second, I just dropped my quick fast, and you don't want that to be all over your floor. That's the last thing that you want to do. I've stuck my hands to things with that stuff. Okay, so we're going to do a little red here. And I got that a little bit of a mess, so I think that should be plenty. Make sure your hands are not getting it all over everything. And I'm going to get that L in red. And there we go. It's just, you're just scraping it on, squeegeeing it on. You don't want to use a lot. A jar of any kind of chalk paint is going to last you a lot. Chalk paste. You use paste for transfers. Any kind of chalk paste is going to last you a long time, because you can see I didn't use very much. So there we go. Just squeegeeing off all the excess so that it doesn't leave a little blip in my, oops, I got it on my fingers. So I'm just gonna peel this off from the bottom. And there we are. Look how beautiful. Oops, I gotta make sure I don't rub it off. Oh. If you make any mistakes, you can peel it off or paste it back on. So we've got Noel. Isn't that beautiful? So we're gonna let that dry, and really you can decorate it any way you want. I'm gonna clean off the excess that I rubbed on my finger, but that's Noel. You can decorate the back side of it if you want. I'm gonna put a little ribbon around the top and bottom and get it decorated. So I'll show you, I'll put that in the thumbnail so you can see how we did that. And again, this is just a real quick short video just to show you how to do that. If you have to go back over anything, you can line up your letters like this. Make sure you don't have stuff on your fingers. And you can line it up so that you have the transfer back on there, and then just touch it up that way. You can see it if you get the light really good. You can see where you have that lit up. And I did have a little spot that I would like to put a little more on, so I'm just going to try to do it right now while I've got you on here, just so you can see. Okay, and there you go. So that helped. That actually gave it a little more up on the top L. Okay, all right. Crafting Anonymous here, showing you how to do, and I'll re-clean up all this extra of my fingerprints. And I'm going to put a little ribbon on there. You can decorate it any way you want, but we're good for now. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe and leave any comments. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Crafting with a Purpose. Have a great day, and please like and subscribe.